Bola Tinubu would have spent 4 years by 2027, and Peter Obi, for example, said, "I won't spend more than one term." Would you be considering that too? Or is the ADC considering a one term for a southerner?
Of course. Let me tell you why. For now, the way Nigeria is, you must keep to that agreement, unwritten agreement that says South 8 years, North 8 years. Okay, that's the question you need to ask. I led a fight against the PDP government. Why? Because there was an agreement that the current government, the government at that time, must spend 4 years. And after 4 years, the government reneged. And I said, no, that would be unfair. That would be instability at its peak, because the North will react. So the best thing to do is to do what? Is to support another candidate to continue the balance of power. Just like I would be among those saying to the North. No, the South must be allowed to complete their tenure.
That was Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, once again reassuring his supporters that he will contest for president in 2027. And by doing that, you heard him clearly telling the Channels television that he is running for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, thereby shutting down the talk of being vice president to Atiku Abubakar. But it was not for nothing that Shehu Okumbale was telling him that the coalition is seen as Atiku-led coalition. That had been the media narrative. Which Shehu Okumbale also drew attention. That's a fact, because the media report keep on emphasizing Atiku-led coalition, giving the impression that it's being packaged for Atiku's emergence as the presidential candidate of the coalition, that the coalition will back. Okay, so it wasn't misplaced, but it was also important to note that Peter Obi was categorical in stating that he is running for president. However, Atiku has a history of emerging in this kind of scenario. When the northern elite felt that Jonathan should not contest in 2011, they formed a consensus. They formed a consensus committee to determine which of the northern candidates, and those northern candidates were heavyweights. You are talking about General Ibrahim Babangida to face Jonathan, or General Guzo, former National Security Advisor. Of course, for those who don't know, Babangida was former military head of state of Nigeria for years. Then you have governor of Kwara State at the time, Bukola Saraki, and you have Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar outsmart all of them, and the consensus committee led by Adamu Chiruma declared that Atiku won, that he became the consensus candidate. Once he emerged, I don't even think whether anybody bothered to campaign for him. Babangida, Guzo, and everybody went back to their cocoons, so to say. And he faced Jonathan, and Jonathan trounced him in that PDP primaries. And they emerged the candidate of the PDP. Okay? Because Jonathan was a sitting president. But when it comes to that, to select the Northern Consensus candidate, Atiku was on top. And from the way he's pushing this thing, you will know that he believes that this is his platform now. But the truth of the matter remains, as I keep saying, any coalition that is not built around Peter Obi is bound to fail. Is bound to fail. If Peter Obi is not in that coalition, it's bound to fail. And it's also good that Peter Obi continue to maintain his lane. He said he's still in Labour Party. Even if he's not in Labour Party because of the crisis-ridden situation of that party. Whichever party that Peter Obi moves to, many Nigerians will move with him. Like I said earlier on in another video, you don't need a coalition to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His poor performance has already done everything for you. That is the truth. Tinubu cannot win free and fair election. So what they should be fighting for, instead of even this coalition of a thing, is to have free and fair election. Free and fair election. Serious amendments to the constitution. And I have said it before. Party agents should not be restricted to polling units. INEC, the electoral act should be amended in such a way that party agents are not only restricted, are not only available at the polling unit. Party agents should be in the INEC headquarters. Party agents should be in the back end of the INEC ARIF. Back end of it. INEC officials cannot be trusted to be the only people at the back end of the INEC ARIF. What it means is that all the parties, registered political parties that have candidates, presidential candidates, they must have two agents, ICT experts that will be at the back end with INEC officials, so that while the results are dropping electronically, everybody will be seeing it, including the party agents who are ICT experts representing ADC, Labour Party, PDP, APC. They will all be there at the back end of INEC. So that, because it's at that back end that INEC do all kinds of manipulations. That is where there must be an amendment. If you do that, by 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock on election day, you know the winner, and it won't be Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's what should be the paramount, should be of paramount importance, as far as I can see. Amendment to that. But can this Robert Stamp National Assembly do it? That's a question and discussion for another day. However, Peter Obi has said he will contest, that he will be in the ballot. That is what most Nigerians want to hear, because they don't want to hear that Peter Obi will be Vice President Atiku Abubakar. The Nigerians don't. Peter Obi will get a serious backlash if he ever succumbs to that. Because Atiku Abubakar cannot continue to be manipulating the system. When it suits him, he believes in rotation. When it doesn't suit him, he believes, let us go, everybody must contest. He did it in 2023 and PDP suffered for it. He wants to do it again now. And the consequences will be dire to the Nigerian political system, because at the end of the day, things are likely to go wrong. But I keep saying, if the way they are going about this coalition is how they are fighting for the Electoral Act amendment to ensure that there is, to make it compulsory, electronic transmission of result, number one. Number two, party agents must be represented at the back end of INEC. From the, if election is taking place today, tomorrow, from today, party agents should be involved in whatever is going on in INEC back end, so that that back end is where the problem is. If all those other, if you have that kind of situation, first you have electronic transmission of result compulsory, unlike what we have now, where INEC can decide any kind of coalition of resort he likes. If you want to use manual, you can use manual, you can use digital, you can use any type that it suits it. No, it must be electronic transmission, real time, and at the back end of INEC, party agents who are ICT experts. Parties will be required to recommend as their party agents ICT experts who understands how these things work to be an agent at the INEC headquarters. That will be the best way to save this nation and ensure free and fair election. But if that is not done, whatever we see, we take it like that. But what is important, as far as I can see, is that P2B has again insisted that he is contesting for president, that is not running to be vice president to Atiku Abubakar, and that is where it should, the way it should be. Left for me, I believe that P2B should contest, even if the coalition did not choose him. He should contest, because I believe he can win without the coalition. Without coalition, he was able to defeat PDP and the APC in 2023 before INEC did their magic and he lost the election. So if he can do it alone in 2023, why can't he repeat it? What is the difference? Tinubu is even in a worse situation when it comes to the ratings of Nigerians. They have seen that they didn't make a mistake in rejecting him in 2015, in 2023. Because in 2023, if you look at the result, over 50 million Nigerian voters, they rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Say they don't want him to be their president. Only 8.7 million people voted for him. Look at the overwhelming number, almost double the number that said they want him to be president, 8.7, which many people are still debating how many he even got up to 8.7 million. But you can see the overwhelming rejection he suffered. And there is nothing to indicate that he has improved anybody's life to warrant a change of heart by Nigerian voters. You're going to suffer more loss if the election is free and fair. So that's a given. So P2B can be able to defeat him. By 12 noon, in a free and fair election, by 12 noon, Tinubu will lose, including Lagos again. Already a poll that was conducted by the coalition, which Madam Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna, said recently, in most parts of the country, it has 93% disapproval rate. Even in Lagos, 78% disapproval rate. A state that he holds in stranglehold, Lagos State. He lost it last time. He will lose it again. So what we need is for P2B to be in the ballot and for him to contest and let Nigerians decide. If Atiku Abubakar impose himself, because the truth of the matter is that P2B know they give shishi. So in that kind of contest, where PDP people are many, who are used to dollar reign in their things, and the APC people, they are used to dollar reign in their presidential primaries, what chance does P2B stand? So P2B has to go alone. He must be in the ballot. That's what most Nigerians are saying. I have seen Aisha Yusufu say that if P2B accepts vice presidential candidate, that she will walk against that ticket. That's how deeply people feel about putting somebody who P2B is better than to be in charge, while P2B will be subordinate to him. It doesn't really make sense. It is good that P2B has asserted himself that he will contest. We hope he does, that he will contest, and that even if the coalition didn't give him ticket, that he must be on the ticket, on the ballot. That's the only way to save the situation. That's my take. I don't know what to think about P2B's reassurance again that he will contest and shutting down the claim that he will be Vice President to Atiku Abubakar. Whatever is your position on this vexed issue about P2B and Atiku Abubakar Vice Presidential ticket, whatever it is you have to say about this, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.